kids? Who's ready to adult?
Nobody.
Nobody.
How do you like it? Just got my hair done.
Can you tell that we're like so excited to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tomorrow? I kind of feel like Ozzy Man.
Yes.
Do I look fair dinkum like
Yes, you
Ozzy
do.
Man?
And I kind of feel like the dirt. I mean, it's... Yeah. I stuck my finger in a light socket before we started recording. So...
But, you know, before we take you on our adventure to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we're having a little slumber party here, and thought we'd tell some slumber party stories.
Oh God. Do you have any? Mine are bad. You want to know mine?
Well, mine from when I grew up and went to slumber parties were pretty boring. It was...
Oh, true. No, mine are bad.
Okay, well mine were boring. I was just going to tell stories about, you know, when I hosted slumber parties for my kids.
Oh, okay. So we can't tell like bad ones to where they'll learn from them?
You're more than welcome to. I don't have any of those.
Oh, I have plenty of those. Okay, so let me take off my glasses, get a little bit of
Oh shit, are we getting serious?
serious
sorry.
here. So, two different worlds. So I lived in a village. There was a lot to do. And the school I went to, like, you could have friends in like this county over, or it was like an hour drive, right? It was that far. So I met this one girl. We'll just say her name's Jane. And she had a slumber party, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting invited. It was the new girl. So I'm like, woo! Did not know that when I got there, there was a fruit, like a bowl of like fruit punch, I thought.
Uh-oh.
With a bunch of cherries in it. And I'm like, I love cherries. Who doesn't love cherries? Oh, you don't like cherries?
No.
Okay, so I like cherries. Weirdo over here doesn't. Okay, so anyway, so I'm like, ooh, it's got fruit and stuff. You just did that. So there was cherries there, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna have some cherries. Well, there's this, I didn't know this because I was in 8th grade. There's a thing called a cherry bomb.
I still don't know what it is.
You don't know what a cherry bomb is?
No.
Pretty much it was a fruit bowl. It was a punch bowl. There's the name. It was a punch bowl and it had a bunch of fruit in it. Because there was alcohol.
Oh.
And it was absorbing the fruit was absorbing the alcohol. I didn't know this. I just thought that the cherries were tangy.
So you got happy.
I got real happy. She had some stairs and I just wanted to go to bed. And you had to go up the stairs to go to bed. And those stairs were the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. I mean, I was like, just picture, I'm an 8th grader, so I'm like, and I'm like, and I finally was just like, is there a couch? Because I'm going to it. And I didn't know what was going on.
No, I bet you didn't.
Because I had never drank before, and again, I thought it was like some tangy punch, you know, like you put some Sprite or something. Because that's what you usually get,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I don't have. Mine are the boring ones, like shaving cream in the hand, and then you make them scratch their face, and they get shaving cream on their face, or
We didn't do that.
stick their hands in warm water so they pee themselves.
Yeah, we did the light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Getting your mom's stash after she falls asleep.
No, I
Don't ever. Your mom don't have a stash anyways, because that was back then. That's not now.
Do kids still do Ouija boards at the?
We did a Ouija board.
I don't even have one in the house.
But you don't do Ouija boards. They're bad. It's nothing but evil. I can tell you stories about that too. That's another time. Again, different worlds. I'll teach you what not to do.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell stories about
You can tell your cutesy ones now.
when my son had some of his friends over for a sleepover, and they were down in the basement. And I was on the main floor watching a movie, but I could hear everything. You know, I'm super.
Yeah, your mom.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to put my sunglasses
Well,
on.
I thought this was like story time, and I didn't want you to see my eyes if I was making fun of you, so go ahead.
Thank you for your honesty. No, I was sitting and I was like, what? I know that smell. What is that smell?
Really?
Is that my perfume?
Oh, okay.
My son had gone upstairs and gotten my perfume, and they were playing perfume tag
Oh, yeah.
with my perfume.
Yup. My boys didn't do the perfume, but they did Axe.
Oh God.
They would let off Axe bombs, and then like shut the door to the kid that was in the room, and the Axe was going off. Like they could set it where it was just, the whole freaking can went off in their bedroom, and so my whole house smelled like Gigolo Joe and his friends, you know, Mystic Mark. We're all up in my house getting down. And I totally took that from her. But yeah, it was bad. Like my whole house smelled like Axe.
Yeah, my whole house smelled like my perfume.
Ooh, that's a headache.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then another time, this was my daughter. She had a sleepover, and the basement is sleepover central, and I was on the main floor watching movies, but supervising and listening, and I heard thump.
Oh God.
Giggle, giggle, giggle. And then,
because I know it's down there.
totally silent, and then, and then, my turn, and I was like, oh my God, what are they doing? So this was back when I had air mattresses.
Oh.
And I had 2 queen air mattresses, and what they were doing was one kid stood in the middle, and 2 other kids holding air mattresses were just like,
that's funny.
and the kid in the middle would be all dazed to be like, again, no, my turn.
I would have totally.
No.
Really? Because I would have went down there and be like, my turn.
And then that same slumber party, when they woke up in the morning, they came upstairs and I was making pancakes, and they all had blue Sharpie mustaches drawn on. And I said,
That's permanent.
what is this Sharpie? And she said, yeah. And she goes, it's for Movember. I said, okay, first of all, you don't grow facial hair. Second of all, and all of her friends had the blue Sharpie mustache for Movember, you know.
I know.
But one of them, her mother graduated from nursing school that day later, which meant that all the family photos were going to have this child with a Sharpie mustache. And I was like, I'm in so much trouble with her.
That's permanent marker. It's not coming off.
I texted her. I was like, I'm really sorry. I missed the supervision when that occurred.
You fell asleep.
Good luck. Yeah, that's what happened.
See, my kids used to do stupid, well, not my youngest, my oldest had a friend, and he would stay all night. And there would be like, when I woke up in the morning, I would have like Kool-Aid all over the counter, and like cinnamon, and I'm like, how? And they decided that they wanted to mix all the Kool-Aid together to see if it tasted different, and then they wanted to do the cinnamon trick where they put cinnamon in a spoon and tried to, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing.
But it made them
Sick.
well, they didn't even get it down. It made it on my counter. So it was like, and I'm like, what are you? So of course I woke them up because there was like powder everywhere. I'm not making you guys anything until this is cleaned up. It was funny. I know that the cinnamon thing's probably a bad thing, whatever, but they learned from it.
Yeah, I have no insight into that.
Well, again, I'm not the best mom in the world. I had to learn things after the fact. So when I saw cinnamon, clumps of it from where it was, that's how I figured it out. Because like it wasn't, those phones weren't, when they were that age, our phones were not like Google.
Yeah, that's
they weren't
true.
computers, so
Right.
it's not like I could just Google it.
Yeah.
My slumber parties are so much better than the way. I'm putting my glasses back on.
Well, what are we going to do on our slumber party?
We're gonna act like we're gonna sit here and chill and have a great time, but let's be honest, we're gonna go night-night.
We probably are going to go night-night. And on that note, kids, it's bedtime.
Night-night!
Night-night. Until we see you again, you guys keep your heads up.
You got this.
We love you. Mwah.